Today's video is going to be about column vaulting or monkey vaulting, whatever one you want to call it. It's a pretty basic move to get around. Say there's a picnic table in your way, then you want to just get over it. Of course, it might be a long ways, so it'd be a lot harder. But then there's also thin objects like rails or anything just like that. So the basics of it is you want to get a good jump. And I don't know if you want to go with 1 foot, other foot, or 2 feet, like run up and then go like that. But whichever one feels more comfortable. Now you want to get a good push, and what you want to do is you want to bring yourself out a good distance, however far, obviously if you're farther from the object you're going to need a bigger stretch, but if you're closer then you won't need that much. So you're going to want a good distance, and then you want to kind of do a Superman dive onto it, but then make sure when you put your hands onto the object, you want to push up, and then while you're going up, once you feel like you're high enough, you want to push out. So it kind of looks like see how you stretch out, and then you're lifting yourself up as you're moving. So it's so then you can get your feet up in between. Now, swinging your feet through is probably just about the hardest part of it. Now you want to get your hands spread apart pretty well. Just about good enough, so you want to test it. So then you know how far you need to be, which is about a little bit more than shoulder length. A little bit, just a tiny bit out. And you want to know how good it is, so then you won't get, if you're too close, you'll get caught up, you'll scrape, and you might go any which way. If you're really too close, just hit your knees, or you might go out like this. And then if you're too far apart, then you won't get the right leverage to get over. So once you're going through, and once you're pushing this way with your arms, you want to also be pushing with your legs out. Just keep them tucked if it's more comfortable to keep them out, which is a lot harder than go ahead and do that. So, and then you're pushing forward, and then once you get to this point where you're a little bit past your arms, you want to push out as hard as you can, and then with your legs. Okay, so landing. You can land just with 1 foot, or you can land with 2 feet. I land with 2 feet, as you can see. And then it's a lot harder to keep on running. Now if you land with 1 foot, and you want to keep your speed, you can keep on running. So I'll play that in slow motion. So there are also higher objects. Now, it gets harder, obviously, when it's higher. This, knee height, really easy. This, a little bit above waist height, so it's a lot harder. And also, when there's wider things, you don't want to go, let's say, if it's something this wide, you don't want to go at the very edge. You want to go more towards the middle or 3/4 way. So then so that's a bigger leap. So you want to get over it more. The higher things, you can get a bigger leap if you want. So you're way out here, and then you bring yourself over. Or you can get kind of close, right there. Or if you're used to it, you can get really close. Now, honestly, I prefer it like this. Now, I'll try a farther one. But that was a lot harder for me. Now I'll try it closer. And that I didn't get as much momentum. So really you want kind of in the middle. Unless you want it to look really cool. You're just like spread out, Superman. But of course, you're going to want your legs up above you. Kind of. Just slightly. Because then, once you're going through, you're up, and you have more momentum to swing out and take clear your object. See that this is kind of far. So you need more speed, more swing, more momentum, and a great jump and distance. So I'll show you those in slow motion. And now here is a first-person view. Thanks for watching and tune in for new videos.